backside. I wonder if I can find a stool. I need a stool. Oh, I need to go up to St. Mary. What were the allegations on the chairman of the JLP? If you live in a glass house, don't throw stone. And then I need to take a trip up to Beverly Hills. When I go to Beverly Hills, what? Unexplained. Hey! So how can the JLP? How can the JLP have any more? We need to go up to. How can the JLP have any moral fiber to talk about integrity? And then I remember the one that thief the money from Ministry of Education. I remember, me nothing couldn't remember all of them, you know. Remember Jack Smith? Remember Cleve Lewis? Minister work selling farm work tickets. Hey. Remember Lester Simmons? Minister of Education, convicted in 1954 for breaches to the Official Secrets Act. Remember Jamaica? I don't think they remember, you know. Remember Jay-Z Malcolm, 1952, Westmoreland, Hanover, collecting money from constituents for farm work tickets. You remember that? Hey, you want me to go back in history? Remember Dr. Arthur Bird, Minister of State in Education, fled the island after investigation into expenditures under the 1966 World Bank Education. I bet you remember that. Remember Petrojam Wadeya with Andrew Wheatley? No, remember. Remember Joseph Ebert and the main bridge Johnson investigation. So if you live in a glass house, my argument is simply this, you know. When I look at what the JLP say, and what they're saying about Mr. Buchanan, saying that because them give him the privilege to run, the PNP giving Isaac the privilege to run. I'm like, oh, do not have the moral fiber. Only don't have the moral fiber to talk about integrity. Only not have the moral compass to talk about integrity. So when I see you all coming out, when I see you all coming out and saying the things that you say, If you look at the people commenting on social media, you know what I find? Very, very, very unfortunate. A prime minister Jamaica making an attempt to silence, let me say it, the prime minister making an attempt to do away with the Integrity Commission. Listen to what the prime minister is doing. Can you play that Deion Jackson thing for me, please? Just me soon come back to them, you know. But I'm pulling it together tonight. I'm pulling it together for a lot of you tonight.
Seeing here is a prime minister, a legislator, asking the court to strike out Section 14(5) of the Corruption Prevention Act, which is a section that establishes the offense of illicit enrichment.
Oh my goodness. So
the prime minister attempting to strike out illicit enrichment. You can play the other one, please.
First of all, what are some of the reasons given by the lawyers for this judicial review?
I think a better question might be, what are not some of the reasons? Because the lawyers and Mr. Holiness have thrown the entire kitchen sink at this application to apply for judicial review. He is alleging, and just to make the point, that judicial review is when you ask the court to exercise its supervisory power over, in this case, the Integrity Commission. So they want the Integrity Commission, they want the Supreme Court to make a number of orders and declarations. Essentially, they want the report struck out, except for the part in which the Director of Corruption Prosecution says that no charges should be laid against Mr. Holiness. They want declarations that the Integrity Commission acted outside of its powers, that it acted unlawfully, a whole bunch of declarations. And they're saying this on the basis of the fact that they're saying that the Integrity Commission acted unfairly in relation to its investigation into the statutory declaration. They're saying there was illegality here. They're saying that the Integrity Commission acted ultra vires, means outside of its statutory powers, and they're also alleging breaches of constitutional rights. They're saying the Integrity Commission breached privacy laws, breached the data protection law. They're also very, very interesting. I don't think I've seen this before. What we're seeing here is a prime minister, a legislator, asking the court to strike out Section 14(5) of the Corruption Prevention Act, which is a section that establishes the offense of illicit enrichment.
Oh my goodness. So we have so much to get through, but I want to go back to that earlier story where the opposition attempted to move a motion of no confidence, and one of the reasons given is that the matter is sub judice. What can you tell us about that?
I tell you something. I generally think that the sub judice rule, in terms of how we interpret in Jamaica, meaning before the court, therefore you shouldn't discuss it, that the whole thing needs to be revisited. I think it's a way of shutting down legitimate discussion. Having said that, I actually agree with Deputy Speaker Clark, not on the basis of the fact that it's sub judice per se, but on the basis of the separation of powers. The Parliament and the courts are also always very careful not to seem to be intruding on each other's jurisdiction. And in a case where a matter now is before the court, it's inevitable that if there is a debate on that no confidence motion in respect to Mr. Holiness and how he acted in relation to this investigation, they are going to get into discussing matters that the court is going to be considering, and I can understand that the Parliament would want to steer clear of that.
And all of this is also happening at a time when the commissioners of the Integrity Commission will face the Joint Select Committee looking at the amendments to the Integrity Commission Act 2017. What this now means for the discussions tomorrow?
Well, I did read earlier that the the meeting had been pushed back perhaps to sometime next week. But as you know, Janella, we were hoping that the commissioners would now come and explain what they did in relation to this report, why it came out, how it came out, why they didn't bring in the FID and tax admin before. All those questions we were hoping would have been answered. But I think with this matter now being before the court, I am going to go out on a limb and say it's almost inevitable that the commissioners are going to refuse to answer any questions in relation to the report because, as you said, the matter is now before the court. They're now going to have to defend all of this.
In Jamaica, I'm going to say this to you. When a prime minister wants to use the court to prohibit illicit enrichment to be declared unconstitutional. And when a security minister says that the government is attempting to drop unexplained wealth orders and as an anti-money laundering priority. Barefaced government, this, Barefaced government, this, And this, if there's no other sign that this man is bordering on the line of dictatorship, the man is going to use the court. Are you aware, Jamaica? I don't think a lot of you are aware. This was the man who organized and commissioned the Integrity Commission, Let me say it again. A lot of you don't remember 2017, this man brought forward the Integrity Commission. And because he's now being investigated for illicit enrichment, he decides to say, use the court. Hear that? He now wants to use the court to strike off illicit enrichment. What can go so to me, Jamaica, I don't know Jamaica, respectfully and honestly. You recall him say him not sitting in a parliament with a corrupt official like a Richard Azan? Who recall him saying, I'm not sitting in the parliament with a Richard Azan? Who recalls, Jamaica, that he created the Integrity Commission? He created the Integrity Commission. And when me no want no call me tonight, me no want a labor right, me no want a PNP, I don't want no call me. Mr. Speaker, here is his quote. The commission is under a duty to act independently, impartially, fairly, and in the public's interest. It has wide powers of discretion to do what is necessary to effectively carry out these functions. And no other person or authority save the court can affect the autonomy that is given to the commission. I don't think you guys heard what he said, you know. The new Integrity Commission will subsume the functions and the powers of the Commission of the Prevention of Corruption, the Integrity Commission, and the Office of the Contractor General. So when I see all of this now, and the man is saying he's seeking judicial review, I know we tell us if you have 23 cashless transaction in a coming in your Jamaican national account. I know we tell us if you open up bank account, a NCB, a SSL deposit, how much thousands, hundred thousands of US in it. And we tell you that? No. I know we tell you say, you have to have your business partner as HAJ and UDC head, and you and him do business under Imperial Estate Bridge, and the other one, Positive Media. I never will tell you. And then we tell if you have 28 bank account. And then we tell you there is so many other things.
He lied.
So when I see you coming now, talking about morality and integrity, when you're trying to use the court to silence the Integrity Commission that was set up to be impartial, Jamaica, you not see same done for. You not see same done for. And now we tell if you take up the charity money, go buy bond, and we tell if you take up charity money, buy bond.
All right. Partner draw. Partner draw. Andre.
And we tell you if you take up the 30,000 from the charity. No. But what you plan to do? Use the court to seek judicial review to do what? Silence the Integrity Commission to do what? So you're telling me that arms of government doing its job and the state. You're telling me tonight that arms of government doing its job and the state. The said government decides to call on the judiciary to silence other arms of the state. What really can go so?
We don't feel comfortable sitting in Parliament with a Minister of Government who has openly accepted responsibility, who expresses no regret for the act, where a Commission of Parliament has confirmed that the act is corrupt and has referred it for prosecution. And that minister shows no sign of wanting to resign, or the Prime Minister showing no signs of moving to dismiss the minister.
With all the sympathy that one can have for support, this is embarrassing. Not only to the government as a party, not only the PNP, but to the government, to Jamaica, to all of us. Our heads bow this morning with this sort of reaction to it.
So we have to take firm actions in this regard. It is a dark day for Jamaica, where the Prime Minister is unwilling or afraid to act against a minister in which the public has lost total confidence and in which the institutions of the society are all agreed that this person does not enjoy their trust or faith and has breached the confidence that the people have placed in them. I believe that this has the potential, if it continues, to bring down.
Jamaica, isn't this a dark day for Jamaica's democracy? Isn't it a dark day? And you know, they're trying to use the ISAT. They're trying Jamaica to use the ISAT candidacy to cloud. Them trying to use ISAT candidacy to cloud them bangarang, you know. But I want to say to Jamaica tonight, I want Jamaica to keep focus, you know. I'm going to say it again. I want Jamaica to keep focus. Wanna put on the binoculars. East Portland people, put on the binoculars. All who me meet a prospect today in Port Antonio, Upper Aki Lane, and all over, put on the blinkers. So you could have seek judicial review some more. Jamaican people have them binoculars on you. I'm going to say it again. You could have seek judicial review some more. People of Jamaica, he could seek judicial review some more. When I look at it, this is a dark day for Jamaica's democracy. When a prime minister can carry an organization that must put checks and balance in place. But you know, I want the Integrity Commission to do something. You know why the whole government tumble down? Who want the Labour right government tumble down? Say tumble down. Who wants the Labour right government tumble down, tumble down? Who want the Labour right government tumble down? Say tumble down. If you want to see who allows tumble down, say tumble down. You know what the Integrity Commission must do now? The Integrity Commission should name the next 7. Who agree with me? The Integrity Commission, seeing that them want muzzle them, seeing that them want to put gridlock and lock pan the Integrity Commission, the Integrity Commission Jamaica should name the next 7. I wonder who they would be. I believe the Integrity Commission Jamaica should name the next 7. Who agree with me? Seeing that, I want to know who make money for the poor people back in this country. You know? The Integrity Commission should expose the next 7. The Integrity Commission should make we know Alibaba plus who. Name the next 7. Because seeing that, you think you can go after the people in the Integrity Commission, what do you think you go do? You go stay there and get rich off of poor people back? When you get unsecured loan from you know who? So I'm going to say again, Jamaica. When Alibaba come in and use, you know what, them need to leak it to the Green People Station. They need to name the next 7. But if the next 7 name government, the entire government would crumble, you know. So I am saying to the Integrity Commission, rather than wait, name them. Name and shame them. Because when I see all this is happening and Prime Minister seeking, me not think people understand, you know, how this is bordering on the arms of government, you know. There are 3 units of government. What are the 3 units of government? Let me see if people know the 3 units of government. Come, tell me the 3 units of government. Let me see if you guys learning. Because you know it's one thing I do over here. I teach, educate, but I also want my students to learn. So there is the judiciary. There's the legislative. And then there is the executive. So you're telling me that the executive wants to, you know, see how this is compromised. See how this is compromised. The executive. Where are the separations of power? You know about the separation of power? Am I teaching something that you guys have learned in governance? The separation of power. When you can have the chief of the executive, don't you see that this is a tyrannical government? A tyrannical ruler. I'm going to say it again, you know. Don't you see, Jamaica, that this is a tyrannical government and a tyrannical leader? Me not think couldn't get that. What a bangarang. Not even put in that producer. Don't you see, Jamaica people, this is a tyrannical government and a tyrannical leader. Tyranny! And you want the judge, the court, to strike out illicit enrichment? So if we strike out illicit enrichment, you know what that means? I don't think we're gonna get it, you know. Let me teach you tonight. If the judge strikes out illicit enrichment, you're not going to know the next 7. I'm going to say it again. If the judge strikes out illicit enrichment, it simply means that you, the people of Jamaica, will not know the next 7. Are you aware of what the man is doing to you? If the man gets his way with the court, he gets one of the justice on the benches to do as his desire, are you aware that you will not know who the next 7 are? And Jamaica people are silent. And Jamaica people are not responding. I'm teaching you something and a lot of people don't understand. When this man gets away with what he plans to do, this is abuse of power, you know. And when I told you all that this is a clear sign of Papa Doc 2.0, people say, oh, Andre, you cannot call him Papa Doc. And I'm saying to myself, is really this happening in Jamaica? Am I really fathoming? Am I coming to my senses that the chief of the executive wants to use the judiciary to strike out illicit enrichment? So if it is stricken, if it is taken off the Integrity Commission Act, you and I will not know the next 7. You and I will not know the next 7. People of Jamaica, I'm going to say to you, you know, when I saw it, I was like, wow. When I saw it, I was like, wow. The man will go to the lowest ebb. He will play dirty gutter politics. The man literally, I don't think you heard what Dean Jackson. Dean Jackson said what? The man threw the entire kitchen. Yeah. Me not think you understand when somebody say, you throw, play back. No, you don't hear what they him throw the entire kitchen.
First of all, what are some of the reasons given by the lawyers for this judicial review?
I think a better question might be, what are not some of the reasons? Because the lawyers and Mr. Holiness have thrown the entire kitchen sink at this application to apply for judicial review. He is alleging, and just to make the point, that judicial review is when you ask the court to exercise its supervisory power over, in this case,
the entire kitchen sink. So that means dirty plate, dirty pot, dirty spoon, dirty cup. The means that the man got through the whole thing and decide, say, I am going to strike it. No, if somebody said to you, you go for the entire kitchen sink, tell me what it means. If you go for the entire kitchen sink, means say not messy, muddy, nasty. And that me interpreting now. When somebody said to me, say, you got all the dirty plate out. You don't understand what I am saying to you tonight? The man go for the entire kitchen sink. So that means the man I use everything in I am prime ministerial power. The man I use everything in him prime ministerial power. So I am saying to myself, why is he going so strong? Why is he going so hard? There must be a reason for him to be this strong hard. So when I saw it, I said to myself, can you imagine what he's going to do with the general election? Because obviously, there must be a reason he doesn't want the next 7 to be named.
All right.
There must be a reason, Jamaica. Think about it logically. My Portland people listening to me tonight, good night. All of Portland, in the bar, them everywhere, Miss Cherry, all around who listen to me. Catch on your foot and catch on your hand. And set on yourself tonight, man. If the man decide, figure so the man go for the entire kitchen sink, it means that there is a probability that the 7 are in. It means the probability exists that the 7 are interconnected, you know. What we mean interconnected, you know. You ever see a web? People of Jamaica, Lord God. Let me go on the visuals, make you understand, me students. It means say I saw the 7 of them webby. Jamaica people, only get it tonight. It's one dirty and Nancy Webb. And when they look on it, them say backside.
Stay tuned for more PDTV News Evening Highlights. Remember to show your support. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.